Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another fantastic episode of Let's Play, Let's Go Pokemon Eevee. This is episode number 21, and today we are going to be getting yet another gym badge, which is always exciting. And we're also going to be going through the Pokemon Mansion today. I cut out a lot of details in this. The biggest things I cut out that I would like to allude to, at least in this Let's Play, is there's a lot of text, if you care to read some of the books that are hidden throughout here, that allude to Mew and Mewtwo. It shows where Mewtwo was stored in this building. Like this big glass container, Team Rocket was trying to harvest the power of Mew by extracting genes and doing all freaky stuff. It's a cool storyline and plot line to follow, but we're trying to wrap up the Let's Play here, so I didn't really want to share all of it, but it is really cool if you're looking for some backstory on Mew and Mewtwo. It looks like they found Mew in some jungle in the Amazon, captured it, stole some of its DNA, and then tried to create Mewtwo out of it, and they did. They did create Mewtwo, but Mewtwo came out aggressive, where Mew is just kind of floating around doing its thing. Mewtwo was aggressive and agitated that it was created and became a more physically dominant Pokemon, versus Mew, who tends to be a little bit more defensive. Not stat-wise. I think stat-wise, Mewtwo is stronger offensively and then a little bit weaker defensively. And then Mew has 100 base stats for every single stat. So you could go above that. Some Pokemon do, but it's very rare that you would be above 100 in every stat. I don't know if any other Pokemon does that. Maybe like Arceus and a few of the other legendaries, but Mew is like the most well-rounded Pokemon in my opinion. And as a fun fact for those out there, it is capable of learning every single move that you can possibly learn. So every move that's available comes, you could teach it to Mew. Mew is supposed to be like the genetic formula for all living Pokemon. It's supposed to be like the god pre-Arceus, because Arceus gave birth to all Pokemon later. For some odd reason they threw that in there. I don't know. I much preferred it when it was Mew, and that's how I'm going to stick to it when I continue to play through these. In my mind, Mew is like the perfect, just like harmless little Pokemon floating around, so that's how I like to view it. But yeah, I wanted to give just a brief overview of what the Pokemon Mansion looks like. I could probably do a whole episode on the Pokemon Mansion, but we're a week behind. I want to get all this stuff out here and just get it done. And once again, I know I apologized for it in the Mario episode yesterday. I think that would have came out, but if there's some loud car noises behind me, it did rain. There's a lot of puddles and stuff, so cars are making extra noise outside. All that good jazz is going on in the background, so I apologize for that ahead of time. I think here I'm going to show some of the main floor, some of the subfloors, and then I'm definitely going to show a big chunk of the basement, and then of course our gym battle. So, oh yeah, see, we obtained a new Pokemon Mew. We named this new Pokemon Mewtwo, so they're talking about it there in a little bit of context. I left some of it in there, but in the basement we'll get to see some of Mewtwo's chambers. I'm not sure if I leave that in the video or not, but there is some sort of writing about them finding Mew and things like that. Just a really interesting place in general that explains a lot of lore things going around. I personally really like areas like this and Victory Road a lot better in the originals than I do here, because it's really interesting to see the Pokemon you'll run into in here, whereas right here, who are we battling? Like a Magmar, right? We just saw one running out in the wild. It's I would have never expected that. And it would be neat if you randomly ran into them, but here you get to see them first. So it's now when you run into one, you run into one. Big deal. It just sort of takes some of the lackluster, I guess, out of it. Some of the fun behind it. I don't know. That's my minor gripe with this part of the series. At this point, seeing the Pokemon in the wild is doing more harm than it is good, because in my mind, if I already have that Pokemon caught, why am I wasting the time to catch it again? At best, if I catch a whole bunch of them, it's you'll get a Magmar candy, and it's well, yeah, but I just sent them to the professor. I don't really want a Magmar candy. It's not going to help, because it only applies to Magmar. Unless I'm misunderstanding the way that candies work, but... Let's catch a Magmar. Like I said, we need to add him to the Pokedex. But it's a lot of fun, like, randomly searching for these Pokemon, not just, like, being like, oh, I can just exit this room because he's not here. You know? I don't know. It bothers me a little bit. Probably much more than I'm letting on. Or at least much more than I'm saying. I'm definitely letting on that it bothers me, because it truly does. It's pretty aggravating. But it is what it is. There's a rare candy. Now that's a candy I could live with. Give me more of those. Let's go down the stairs. Everybody knows how to do it. It's your favorite thing to do. Let's go down the stairs. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's been pretty much it. Like, we're recording this. We're getting through it. One thing, I really don't like to discuss, like, a lot of things going out inside of the world. I really like people to, like, have their own opinions and not be influenced by people like myself, even though I have such a small following. But if you've ever heard of the company DK Oldies, just don't support them. There's a lot of videos out there that have been coming out from YouTubers that I watch myself. And for somebody who loves retro games, it sounds like they have a lot of, like, retro games available, and, you know, they sell refurbished consoles and things like that. And it's, I don't want to say definitively, because there are some good reviews from people out there, but from what I've seen on YouTube thus far over the past couple weeks, seems like a lot of their stuff is very scammy. There is not a lot of validity in their statements as to, you know, this is a refurbished product. You know, people taking it apart. There's plenty of dust in there, thermal paste that looks like garbage inside of the systems and things like that. So, like I said, I know there's probably 5 people that watch these episodes. You know, I think at most we get like 30 some. On rare occasion we'll get a couple hundred, but nothing too serious. But yeah, if you're a retro gamer like me and you like to look at, like, all that cool fun stuff, that's not a company I would trust with any sort of dollar value. And if they want to prove me wrong and send me free stuff and it looks good, email me and do it. Maybe I'll give a positive review. I'm just going to warn you, if you're sending free stuff, I'm probably going to buy stuff as well, just to verify that you just didn't send me good stuff and then you send everybody else mediocre stuff. That's just, I don't take a gamble like that. You know, if it turns out that both products are really good quality products, hey, I'll give you kudos. But if that turns out not to be the case, I'm gonna be honest about it too. So I don't know, I guess that's a 2-minute promotional section and just an advisory section. Like I said, it's one of those bizarre things that, like, maybe you're into, maybe you're not into, but if you're into and, like, you're in that world and their social media really, like, props up their stuff, but from everything I've heard, it does not look very positive. I mean, there's 1 or 2 people that have come out with, like, good stuff, but the vast majority is thumbs down as a whole. This guy lost his bag of loot, and I'm staying way too long in his face, because that's how I feel when people steal my money as well. Not that any of my money's been stolen, but I've seen a lot of people's money be stolen, so. You know, one of those things, I feel like I've seen enough of it, and I need to be transparent about it for anybody who's interested in purchasing that kind of stuff. Hopefully, I click the A button sometime soon. Come on, Average Joe. What are you doing? What are you doing, my guy? Let's progress. There's no reason we should be staring at... What's this guy got in his glasses? Elephant stains? Wonder how he got those. He's got mushroom stains in his eyeglasses, ladies and gentlemen. He lost his bag of loot, alright. It's not all he lost in this tower, folks. Jesus, get me off the screen before I make any more horrific comments. There we go. We got the money for winning. And 3 Pokeballs. Looks like we lost 2 of them right there. Okay. I think we're going to have a cut here in a minute, where we go to a whole nother part of the tower. See, I'm just sort of navigating back and forth. I'm trying to get the feel of the land. Things are like 90% the same in between this and like the originals, but there are some light shakeups, so that's why some of my navigation just isn't on point. There we go. Let's have another soda pop. MewTwo is far too powerful. We failed to contain it is pretty much what it's saying. Sludge Bomb. That's a pretty solid move, honestly. Let's hit this switch here. Let's get this. A max potion. Yeah, there's a burglar up here. I'm gonna have to fight him. I'm gonna have to do the 1-2 tussle. Come on, Balboa! Apollo! He sends out a coughing. Not a great Pokemon choice. And you can see throughout this episode, I am really harping on Wumbo here to get a lot of the experience. Why? You may ask yourself. Well, if you did, you've never played this generation before, it's because our next gym leader that we're going to be going up against is going to be Koga, the fire-type gym leader. So, yeah, it makes sense that we level up our water type to its strongest ability. And I really gotta say, I have never used Starmie, aka Wumbo, at all in any of these games prior. Awesome Pokemon. Like, I'm telling you right now, 9 out of 10 Pokemon. It is a really high-quality water-type Pokemon that, in my eyes, has been underrated up until this Let's Play. Like, I've never really seen the full potential of it up until, like, this point in time. Like, this Let's Play has really opened my eyes to a lot of different Pokemon that could do well. I sort of ditched all my traditionals. Of course, I knew Spoons was the man. Spoons has always been the man. And they buffed the hell out of Eevee, so I can't really give a conclusive thought on my opinion of Eevee, because this isn't your traditional Eevee. This is starter Eevee with bumped up stats and all that good stuff, so can't really give a lot of feedback there. And honestly, I would have to say, out of all the Pokemon on the team, as much as he's helped us out, I think Arcanine has been the most underwhelming teammate. Like, out of all of them that I picked up that I expected to be, like, really good out of the get-go, Arcanine's been okay. I mean, no hate on him, but he's just been pretty mediocre. Given when he needs to show up, he shows up. He is quick, and with his special attack, he is brutal. But, I don't know, I was expecting him to be, like, as powerful as Charizard, and he's just not there in my eyes. And I know that might be like blasphemy to some people out there, but I think I would rather Charizard. Not for this particular Let's Play, but I think in general, I think Charizard's a little bit better. Just a little bit more consistent is what I would say. I always know what I'm getting with Charizard. Arcanine just seems like, yeah, you know. Raichu, pretty good teammate. My Rhydon there. He's been pretty solid. I was expecting him to be pretty solid. I've used him in other Let's Plays. Not on this... on this channel when I played through Pokemon Arceus. He was on the team for quite a while. And, trying to think of who else we have on the team, honestly. Who else is a hard hitter? Hopefully I open up my teammates soon so I could really reveal that. Oh, look at that guy. I love that he, like, runs at full speed. Come on, open up the team average, Joe. I want to see who else we got. We got Wumbo. I think I went over everybody there. Yeah, I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, but overall, I think our team is pretty solid. I mean, we've been doing pretty good. Good enough to carry us through. And Wumbo is getting some massive EXP here at 48. Level 48. That's pretty good. Being as, I mean, he was just added a few episodes ago. He is catching up with the rest of the team in a real hurry, which is always good news. Scientist Evan, sending out Electabuzz. We caught an Electabuzz in the previous episode when we caught Zapdos. That was a lot of fun. Let's send out Chomper. Yeah, Chomper. Does Chomper have... No, we get Earthquake when we beat Giovanni, if I remember correctly. When do we see him again? I don't know. I don't know, because I made a goof there for anybody paying attention. But let's do a drill run here, and let's forget that I ever said that, because drill run should be just as effective. There we go. And that, my friends, is the side effect of making these episodes a week in advance. But it is what it is. I'm sure everybody watching this has seen these generations before. But I think up here there is the secret key. Is that up here? No, another rare candy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, game? There's a Ditto. Let's catch Ditto. We definitely don't have him. A very unique Pokemon that I have never been skilled enough to use. But he is cool, and he is purple. So we'll live with that. We'll know it. We'll put it in our brain. And, yeah. Let's catch ourselves a Ditto. How is that resisting it? By stretching your lower abdomen? I've seen more stretch out of when I was in track and field, my guy. Come on. You are not resisting anything with that stretch. I stretch more when I wake out of bed after having these 9 soda pops recording this episode. Just trying to pull my life together, my guy. Please catch him. Oh. Man, I could tell you, when we do the Super Mario finale, if we had like my actual expressions like that on it, you would hear a lot more than, oh, when we miss. That was a brutal one to finish. Ditto ran away, oh shit. That's not good. I don't like the sounds of that. But I think there is a button up here that we could click. See, there just needs to be more variety in a place like this, I feel like. Can we sleep in any of these beds? Yeah, we can. Okay, good. Don't have to waste any of my items. Always nice. Oh, get out of the way of coughing. If there's a Pokemon I don't want to run into, it's coughing. And here's the key, I believe. No, Max Elixir. But you can see that tube right in front of me. That's where they kept Mewtwo. Yeah, and Mewtwo beat it over and over again. If there is a Pokemon movie or series that I'm going to review, I will share that here. I am watching through the anime. I will give some reviews in the future. I'm not sure when, I'm not sure how, but I'll do it. But if there is one I want to review, it is the movie Pokémon 2000. Because when I was a kid, that was the coolest movie. Like, it was so fun. That movie is such... It's such an iconic movie. To me, I loved it. It really did a great job introducing the idea of Mew and Mewtwo and just how powerful they were. It's really cool. I don't know any other way to put it than that. It was just awesome. Let's go up the stairs. Everybody's doing it. It's a fun thing to do. If you try, you can go up the stairs too. Think we might be able to use an escape rope, Average Joe. Don't gotta do this to yourself, my man. Yeah, let's use an escape rope. Come on, Average Joe. Use your noodle. The old noodle. We have 7 of them. How many are you really gonna need? They're right down there, buddy. Come on. To the left now, y'all. Right stomp, one more. Crisscross. There we go. There we go. Now we're back on Cinnabar Island. We got our card key. We can enter in. Let's heal up. I don't know if we really need to, but let's do it regardless because it's always a good idea to do. And you don't know when you're going to get to do it next. Just kidding. You're going into a gym. So probably pretty soon is the logical answer to that question. Yeah, it's not going to be a large setback till the next time you get to heal up, buddy. But that's okay. That's okay, folks. We don't have much after this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I think maybe 2 episodes, maybe 3 at max. I think 2. Probably 3. Probably 3, because not all that smart. Here we go. I'm touching Eevee. Giving Eevee a pet. How you doing, little Eevee, my friend? Alrighty. Let's go to the gym, Average Joe. Thank you. There we are. We are moving. Doing things. This guy comes up. And he's like, whoa, champ of the making. This gym is... Here we go, first question. Blaine's like, wait, Mr. Blaine, it's not your turn yet. He's like, oh, that's right. Okay, see you later, Blaine. That's gym leader Blaine, the fire-type Pokemon Pro. I got the secret key, so I'm able to go in here. I have to take this quiz. Let's hear the rules. This is pretty lame compared to the original gym, I'm not gonna lie. So it's the same sort of premise here as the original gym, but it's set up very differently. And in the past, I would like to fail all these questions and battle all the possible opponents. But we're not going to do that here. We're going to answer these correctly to the best part that we can. And if we can't answer them correctly, we're going to guess which of these is the Spirit Fire Pokemon. That sounds like Growlithe. It's Magmar. Just kidding. Just kidding. Of course I knew that. Like, a lot of these are guesses. Okay, how many gym badges are there? There's 8 gym badges. Come on, that one's an easy one. I want a Blaine doll. There we go. Yep, this is the third question. He's like, okay. A Steel-type move used on a Fire-type Pokemon will be not very effective, is my guess. Because it's super effective the other way around. That's correct. Very good. Although there's like 0 Steel types in this game, Blaine. Fourth question. TM28 contains Tombstone. I'm gonna go with what's that? And I think that's a nod to like a separate game. So we're just gonna go with that. Our final question. Who am I about to battle? I'm gonna say the Cinnabar Island gym leader, I'm pretty sure. I think any of these will get you the right answer. But yep, here we go. We're gonna go up against Blaine. Is it David himself? No, it's an old man with glasses who is bald. And has only Fire-type Pokemon, so he's not gonna be all that hard. I mean, we have Wumbo and Chomper both on our side here to devastate this poor old man. So let's do it. I don't think it's going to be challenging, if I'm going to be honest. He's sending out Magmar. Good, interesting first choice. You did not have that on your team first go around last time When I played Pokemon Yellow, that was not a team member you had. So that's a good switch up. Is Surf gonna one hit? It's gonna be pretty close if it doesn't. Yep, pretty close. Fair enough. Flamethrower isn't gonna do a whole lot. Maybe we should switch for a Scald here. Save ourselves some PP in case we need it. Always good to enlarge the PP later in the episode if needed. Jesus Christ. Okay, Guncho grew to level 51. And Arcanine's about to come out. Okay, Arcanine is a little bit more of a threat. Let's use Surf again. Arcanine might outspeed here, which is going to be pretty interesting. Okay, there we go. We got a good chunk of damage there. It's going to use Crunch, which is going to be devastating. Yeah, okay. We should have enough to knock out Arcanine, but not much more. If Rapidash comes out next, we're pretty much done for. That'll be the end for Wumbo. Wumbo leveled up. Good job, Wumbo. Rapidash. Yep, there it is. Okay, let's keep Pokemon. Let's try and hit a Surf. Rapidash is an extremely fast Pokemon. It's going to hit first, and it's going to knock Wumbo out, is my prediction here. But let's try anyways. Yep, there we go. As expected. But now we can switch in Chomper. Chomper should be able to handle Rapidash. I think a good drill run will do it as long as he can hit it. May take 2 hits. I highly doubt it, but it may. Oh, Fire Blitz. That's a really strong move. Okay, but apparently it doesn't do shit to Chomper. And Drill Run is probably going to devastate Rapidash. Yep, there we go. So we just need to hit once more. One more Pokemon. I think it'll be a one-hit KO if we're able to get it. Ninetales. A Pokemon I have not seen in a long time, but I love. And look at it. It's so cool. Such a cool Fire-type Pokemon. Let's go with Drill Run again. But that is going to be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start my outro now. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. A lot of these episodes here, I hate to give a calendar schedule on because they're coming out pretty aggressively, but the next episode for this series should be coming out Saturday, and then possibly another episode Sunday. And if this stuff isn't quite your jazz, hey, we have Super Mario 64 that is also going down this week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for the finale there. And then we'll be switching to Kingdom Hearts 2, along with Pokemon Soul Silver, moving forward next week. So if you like any of that stuff, hey, please drop a thumbs up. I'm still looking at which Pokemon should be my starter in Soul Silver, so if you have any ideas on that, drop it in the comments below, along with the name of the starter you would like me to choose. And you know, if I really like your idea and it sort of flows with what I have to date, maybe we'll pick it. But I hope you're all having a snazzy week. We are approaching the end of it here, but yeah, I hope you all had a snazzy week and continue on moving forward to having a snazzy weekend. Till next time, everybody take it easy, and we'll see y'all here in the next one. Peace out, guys.